My light. Let's get it started and high. My new reel eats on vacation. Look at me. Cute. Okay. Hey babes, welcome back to House of Bones TV, where we're gonna get into everything that I want to get into. Okay? I feel like my lips are dry. Hold on. So as I was saying, not a whole lot, but a few of you have tapped in and asked me, where has the video for episode 2 and 3 been for Project Runway season 22? Today we're gonna cover episodes 2, 3, and 4 because I can't even hold you. I was very busy in the last couple of weeks trying to like get away from my birthday. I wanted to make sure my dogs were taken care of, you know, all that jazz, my house, my business, everything is etc, etc, etc. And basically I was just really busy, and also on the other note, I've been a little bit bored with the season. I can't even lie. In my opinion, the things that are carrying it is the drama. And we basically watching straight up reality TV. But we got the trusty dusty notebook here, and we're gonna get into it. So yeah, we're gonna get into some of the looks from the last couple of episodes. I'm not even gonna like try and get into the, I mean, I guess I can for shits and giggles. I have written a couple of notes while I was watching the episode because that's what I do, because I don't wanna lose my train of thought. Starting up with episode 2, we had seen that Jeffrey ended up staying because, you know, they did that whole choppy thing, wait till the end of the episode and then wait till next week to see who gets kicked off. Hate it. Just tell us what is happening. One of my notes was, it's funny to see how everybody is grabbing the wine, because I remember doing the same thing. On my season, as soon as we would get backstage, baby, we cracked that bottle of wine open. And that's how they get you real souped up. So when you get back on stage, you can be a little like loose. That's a trick. 6 people had immunity. 5 designers may go home. Oh, all this like I wrote down. I hate the idea that they I hate the idea of what they are doing with this whole saving crap, like bringing somebody back and all that, like just noticing a lot of people are still, yes, a lot of cockiness is happening. Bao is giving credentials out the ass, naming a whole bunch of stuff that we don't. Christian calls back all the designers, and Plain Jane had a terrible wig on. Yeah, I don't know if she's trying to come for my spot, but look at the material. Octavius had a really nice coat on the episode. I really did enjoy Joseph's look, and spoiler alert, because that's what you're here for anyway, Joseph won that episode. In the next episode, I had written some notes down in my phone. That's what it was. Episode 3, it was a team challenge, 4 teams, groups of 3, and Sierra was the judge. And in this episode, because you came here for the spoilers, so I'm spoiling, okay? In this episode, Joseph, Aaron, and Naheem won, which I was really happy to see this like all black man group win. I don't even think they ever had that before on Project Runway. Hell, this is the first time I've seen so many black men on Project Runway in the first place. But yeah, the looks were cute. I feel like cohesively as a group, it worked. I could see the storyline, I could see shape, I could see, you know, what it was kind of doing. Individually, I did have some notes. I like the bottoms of Joseph McCrae, but I didn't really care for the top too much. I feel like there could have been something done like in the, I don't know, maybe I would have preferred like a sleeker arm. Like I love the shoulders, but like a sleeker arm I feel like would have been really cute. Naheem's look, I love. The jacket is so fab. The cut, the like shape, the skirt was doing something interesting. I really love that look. Aaron's look, I was a little like, I was here for it, but I was also a little bit disappointed. The fabrication was not basic. It was a lot of work, I'm sure, to quilt all that fabric together. But I was just a little like, okay, like I've seen it before, so I wasn't like so impressed, but I also was like, it works well with what the group has going on. We're not gonna get into all the other looks too much, but what I will say is, I don't know what the hell Brian thought he had going on with that look. Abso-fucking-toodalutely terrible. So now let me catch up to this past week, episode 4, where the designers had to create a look that was made out of all cruelty-free animal, inspired by animal using cruelty-free fabrics. That's what they had to do. This week was a head-to-head pairing up, which one designer got to choose the person that they were gonna versus, and the other designer got to choose which animal that they were going to be inspired by. So, the pairing up was Aaron picked Anna, Jeffrey picked Naeem, Joseph picked Brian, B picked Jude, and Elizabeth picked Bobby. Now, in this pairing, there was a whole lot of shadiness going on. Like, everybody thought they was picking somebody to like get, you know, something, but the one that I enjoyed the mostest. Joseph McCrae picked Brian, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world when they clipped to Brian's face and he was just like I really pray that Brian and Joseph stay for the longest time, because I am really enjoying to watch this whole like discombobulate, okay? So everybody picked their animal and they got to work. This was a 2-day challenge. This week also included celebrity models and Chloe. I guess one of the people could not come in, and so they asked Chloe like during the interview, do you want to be one of the models for this week's challenge? And of course she said yes. Like, of course you're gonna say yes. Aaron and Anna were kind of gagging a little bit because the size proportions were a little bit different than what they had originally like measured out for. I do understand how that could be a little bit problematic. You're waiting for like a size whatever to come in, and then a size something else comes in, and it's 2 completely different sizes, so you're just like, damn, what am I supposed to do with that? And not even that it's like a big size, but just a couple extra inches on a measurement will chop it for you. Being that we're like running a little bit low on time, I want to just go ahead and cut to the runway, okay? So for the first look, we have inspiration from a shark by Jeffrey and Naeem. Naeem's look I really enjoyed. I thought that it was cute. I thought that it was forward. There were some things going on with the balance of the look, like the proportions of it were a little bit interesting in places, but I really enjoyed like the forward thinking of the look. Jeffrey's look, it was cute, you know, like it still feels a little bit draggy to me, but it was really well tailored. I love the color, and VJ looked nice in the styling. Next up we had Aaron and Anna, who were inspired by the lion. Now, I can't say that I saw a lion in either of these looks, but I will say Anna's look was pretty decent. I like what Tyra says. She loved the cutout shoulders and that middle cutout chest portion. Very cute, very chic. Aaron's look, on the other hand, I don't know what was going on. I felt so bad for him in this challenge. He was really just struggling, but I understand because the both of them, they got gagged a little bit because Chloe is not the model that they were expecting. They thought they had someone with different proportions and different sizes. That can really mess up the aesthetics and your design a little bit when you're expecting something in such a quick turnaround time. So next up we have Joseph and Brian, who are inspired by the macaw. I can't say that I saw macaw too much in these looks except for like the colors maybe, and the shape, somewhat of the shape of the tail. I will say that I enjoyed Joseph's look. I enjoyed that he tore Brian up in this episode. He gave it to Brian in this episode. I will also say that I appreciate that Joseph went for something different here. He didn't do something that he would normally do, and I appreciate that he stepped outside of his comfort zone. Next, when Brian's look came out, I was just like, I don't even know what to say about this. He thought that it was so dramatic and so couture and so this and that and everything, that it was not. It just was not. The look was a little bit terrible. The pleating on the sides, the The middle had like this weird puckering thing going on. It just wasn't anything fresh. It wasn't new. It wasn't inspiring. Weirdly color blocked. Not good. Next we have B and Jude, who were inspired by the White Wolf. What I will say is white is hard to do on television, but B, this look is crazy. There could have been something that was done with the proportions, possibly. The pleating and the bust line was just all out of whack. The judges weren't feeling it. I know on TV, you know, things can look a little bit different than in person, but I just don't know. I'm not sure what this would have gave in person. I know nothing about that. So what we got from TV was just not good. It was not good. Jude, I was really into this pivot a lot. I did think that he did a nice job with like making the skirt a little bit sexy. In the past couple of weeks, he's done stuff that felt a little, not safe, but it just felt very traditional, and there wasn't a modern twist for me. I did enjoy the usage of the faux fur. I thought that was a nice touch, and yeah, I enjoy that. For the next and last pairing, we have Bobby and Elizabeth, who were inspired by the horse. Now, when Bobby's look came out, I was just cracking up at what Ekin-Su said at first about the look being like Pirates of the Caribbean Halloween costume or something like that. I thought when it came out, the look, it was decent. Like, I thought that it worked. I enjoyed the top. I enjoyed the bottom had a little bit of flounce to it. It wasn't like your traditional flamenco skirt, but it had like the inspiration of the flamenco skirt. Is this a look that I think was like something so innovative and like, you know, giving Project Runway, like we're on the runway? Not so much, but it did the job. A lot better of a job than what Elizabeth's look did. Because when I say no ma'am, I mean no ma'am. No way on God's green earth was this look something ready for the judges to see. It was braided, it was not hemmed right, it was just, it has so many things going on. I honestly felt, I was feeling bad for Elizabeth, because I'm like, girl, there was nothing else you could think of. You know, just to make it sleek, or, you know, when I think of a horse, I think of it sexy, you know, the hair is flowing and all these things, and this look was just not sexy whatsoever. And maybe it was the fabric choice, like, I'm not sure. Now, to finish off this judging, the judges did something very new, which I hadn't seen on Project Runway before. The judges had paddles in their hand and did a live judging right on the stage for everybody to see. So they flipped the paddles, and whoever had the most votes was the winner of the pairing. The top group consisted of Anna, Jude, Bobby, Naheem, and Joseph. Now, I will say Joseph was in this group also because Law kind of had some words with Joseph, and I was confused as if he thought he should have been in the bottom, if he shouldn't have won the pairing, because he did vote for him. Like, I was just a little bit confused as what was going on. But what I will say is I do feel for Joseph in this competition a little bit, because don't get me wrong, the edit is giving winner's edit. Like, he's always smiling, he's always happy, he's always joyful. And like, I really love to see that for him, because they can turn it. Production will turn it in an edit. But I think that it's a little bit unfair for Joseph right now, because the judges and the rest of the competition have a little bit of a preconceived notion when it comes to him. They've seen what he's done in the past, and so they're obviously expecting something completely different. People want him out of the competition like OD. You can tell it's like it's falling out of the TV how bad they want to get him out of this competition, and he is holding on like he's not letting go. The bottoms for this challenge were Elizabeth, Aaron, Jeffrey, B, and Brian. Brian is still giving delusion, and he just can't seem to understand why he's in the bottom, and I can't seem to understand why he wasn't cast on the Traitors or something. It's giving a whole lot more personality and chip chap 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 than it is fashion, and we're not here for that. Wrapping up this recap, what I will say is I'm really enjoying La Roche. I do wish that the competition gets a little bit stiffer when it comes to like whose looks are gonna be the winner, because I want to see them win. Like, Project Runway is one of my favorite shows since I was a child, and what a big opportunity this is to be on television in front of millions of people. And then on top of that, you're in front of Law Roach, who is dressing one of the top girls in fashion right now. There are big opportunities at stake for the competition, and so I really hope to see them pull through and, like, you know, do some fab shit. Anywho, thank you so much for watching this recap. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. I really enjoy seeing your comments. And also put down there, like, who do you think is the forerunner of this competition? Because right now, like, I'm tossing between a few. Like, some weeks some people are up, some weeks they're down. So until the next time, remember to drink a lot of water and celebrate your Leos, okay? Ta-ta!